Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We actually really enjoyed our time in Arizona. We had the Arizona Corporate Overview and Wealth Accumulation Seminar. And we love doing this events because we're able to meet some new agents. We have about three agents joining our agency from that event. And also, there's about probably five clients out of it as well. Jamie and Stephanie had a bunch of clients there, and they're interested in our financial products. So it was really, really exciting. And we're going to be doing a one in Vegas, so we're going to go over that. But let's get started. So these are your leaders of the Kim Master Agency. We have agency owners Frank Brennes, Bo Hirschfield, Stefan Brennes, Sean and Amanda Kim, Landry Peterson, Jericho and Gino Del Rosario, and Drake Stratton. And key leaders, we have Kat Cusick, Jessica Jackson, Annabelle Hazelton, Nora Formento, Jason Powers, and team leaders Ashton Hart, Tanner Redding, Gloria Mendoza, Rose Vincent, and Veronica Sanchez. Transamerica has become one of our most sold, but also most issued carriers. And one of the reason is because they have this incredible instant decision final expense, which takes a lot of clients who usually get declined, let's say COPD, or they have a heart attack pretty recently, congestive heart failure, kidney failure, things like that, which most companies are hesitant to take them as a client. Transamerica does. So it's an incredible final expense product that goes up to 100,000 and 80% of the time it gets issued. And then we also have an instant decision IUL. That's also amazing. The underwriting is a little more stricter than the one that is the FA Express, but still a great product. And if you sell Transamerica right now, you can win cash incentives. And let's show you what the cash bonus looks like. They're going to do a contest from April 6th to September 20th. It's a 24 weeks, and we're about 22 weeks left now. And then there is top 20 overall cash bonus, first place 3,000 and it goes all the way down to 500. And then weekly cash bonus of $250 for top four agents every week. And then weekly swag giveaway. If you like carrier swags, Transamerica has really cool hats and bags that you can win. And you can sell the IUL or the FE products to become one of the winners, three winners every week of the contest. And Mr. Frank Brennis, do you want to go over your business development session?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon, we go over how to build a business, which is an incredible thing. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to self-employ and then get into business ownership. That's the ultimate goal, I think. I mean, for everybody, right? Self-employment to business owner, meaning that you don't have to keep trading your time for dollars, and that's what it's about. So I'll be going over some things there, guys. I'm super excited to have you every Tuesday. Thank you.
Awesome. And then, Frank, are you doing the weekly orientation today?
Yeah. Tonight, 5 p.m. If you've been here less than 90 days, highly suggest you jump on. And if just another thing, if you recruited someone, be on there too to support them. If you can't, we understand, but that'll be great. And then if we could show like with the leaders, if you guys could get me like a list of agents that might be going, so we'll be able to set up testimonies and stuff like that catered to that agent. All right, thank you.
Awesome. And Landry, there's some incredible calls that agents can plug into. And one thing we love about the symmetry culture is that it's not just like, oh, it's just about me. The leaders are very generous of their time and they help other agents, even in other agencies. And there's some amazing calls that are happening on the Mac room. Do you want to go over that real quick?
Yeah. These are leaders from different agencies around the company and around the country, and we've just been plugging into them every week. So put them in your calendars. They're in the Kim Master calendar, but top producer call on Tuesdays. I think it's very important, especially for new agents, but even I'm learning stuff on there. They just interview, ask a bunch of questions to a different top producer every week on what kind of leads they're doing, how did they, go from a new agent to where they're at now, all that good stuff. Be a better builder call if you're interested in building a team. And even if you're not, they a lot about leadership and mindset. And then the getting unstuck call, one of my favorites, just helping new agents or agents that have been here that just feel kind of stuck where they're at and kind of how to overcome that. So that's hosted by Brian Delaney and Jordan Hunt. And that's Thursdays, 11 or 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome. And then this is the calendar that Drake actually put together. And by the way, I want to give you a heads up. We have about six different agencies inside of Kim Master Agency, and you have your agency owner who you want to talk to figure out which are the best calls for you to plug into. Okay. Each agency does it a little differently. So talk to your agency owner and get the best recommendation for the calls. Okay. And Drake, would you like to go over it?
Yeah. So just a collection of all these calls, kind of like Sean said, and just talk to your agency owner to see which ones to really focus on. But a few key reminders just at the bottom here that you can always look at is what successful agents do. They buy leads weekly, active in the dial room, attend weekly trainings, and they go to conference. We have Engage coming up in November. So start, or not November, I believe September. So start marking off your calendars and planning for that. And then just some weekly standards to kind of hold yourself to for full-time agents, 12 to 15 appointments weekly, part-time agents, 6 to 8 appointments weekly, and also completing your activity report and either sending it to your mentor, sending it to the Kim chat on Engage line, or whoever that you are going back and forth with to make sure that you're constantly getting better and working on things that you can improve on.
Awesome. And yeah, let's talk about the 60-day challenge. It's been great. It's been amazing. And it really helps us to build that consistency in every aspects of our life. And I think we talked about this where, yeah, we're on day 15. And even if you didn't complete one day, don't get discouraged and say, oh, I failed, so I'm not going to do it.
Or they start over.
You just get to pick up where you left off and then go strong again, right? Life is about if you fall, you get up, you get back up and you continue, right? It's not a failure if you never give up. If you give up, then that becomes a failure. So without a failure, you can never be successful, right? So always remember that. And these are the six things that you can do on a daily basis to complete the challenge. Number one is 45-minute exercise. Really, the goal is to keep you focused and keep the best health because if you don't have the health, I mean, what is money, right? Always remember that what are you gonna do with all the money if you're in your deathbed? So let's work on our body, and it could be walking, going to the gym, yoga, cardio, you name it. Just put 45 minutes, and that will do the work. And then read 10 pages of a book of your choice, something that is personal growth, business related, mindset, or sales, something that's going to keep improving you as a person. And then drink 3 liters of water. This, right? Drink 2 liters of water. That's the third one. And why is that important? Because you want to stay hydrated. And this is a hard one to keep sometimes. So you want to have maybe a reminder on your phone that says, hey, you have to finish 1 liter by now. It's a half through the day. So just a good reminder for that. And then number 4 is no alcohol or give up a vice. And it could be alcohol, it could be sweets. I mean, for us, was it a lot of snacks, right? Yeah, chips and stuff. That's really, really dangerous sometimes, right? So giving that up. And then 3 gratitudes. What are you grateful for? And we're so busy with our life and we don't think about the things that we take it for granted. It could be anything. Just sit down in the morning and when you're meditating or you're writing things down in your journal, write 3 things that you're grateful for. And it just builds that positivity and perspective in your life. And 6 is the 3 daily business action items. I think you've been absolutely crushing it, right? Yeah. Writing those 3 things down and something about just writing it down before your day starts and you just focus on that and get it done. And you just feel so good at the end of the day because you accomplished all 3 things. And it doesn't have to be something really, really big. It could be as one as, oh, I'm just texting my prospect clients, or I'm just checking in with one of my agents, or oh, I just purchased leads today. All those things can be business action items. Okay. And then people who win this challenge, we send you a Kim Agency socks, and we might actually be sending out a Kim Agency bag as well. Something exciting, some swag items. So we'll love for you to participate. And Financial Freedom Workshop. So we just talked about the Arizona one was incredible. And we're going to do one here in Las Vegas on Saturday, April 25th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it is this Saturday. And what I really liked about the one we did in Arizona is that we can even talk about the products where clients can benefit from as just a client, but also they can supplement their income by getting their license and joining our business. So we're going to talk about both of those things. And if you have anybody in this area or you're in this area, we'd love to see you there. Engage Conference. This is super exciting. This is the biggest and the most important event for Symmetry agents. And when we talk about non-negotiables, if you want to be here in a year and if you want to be in the top of the leaderboard, then you should be there. And this one is going to be happening on September 23rd to the 25th in Denver, Colorado at the Belco Theater. This is the itinerary. Day one, there is a Women's Plus event, corporate overview, Symmetry Social. Day two, this is the official day that we have a general session and we're going to see the top leaders, top speakers on the stage. And I can't say it right now,
130s are working.
but 130s are working on a very special speaker guest. A lot of people know. I would bet 7 out of 10 people on this call will know this person's name. So that's gonna be a special guest that we're working on. So don't miss that. It's gonna be incredible. And then right after the general session, for the PM, we're gonna be doing our annual Simmys second year award ceremony. We're gonna celebrate the top leaders, top producers, and agencies, and rising stars. And we're gonna break bread and also celebrate and have a lot of fun. Live music, photographers, and games, all that good stuff. So don't miss out. And day three, this is, I think, Landry's favorite part of the Engage conference, breakout sessions. So if you want to focus on building, if you want to focus on production, maybe leads, if you want to learn the script, or you just want to learn about the annuities, how to sell that. Whatever that is that you're interested in, there's about 50 to 60 different breakout sessions that you can choose from, and it's taught by the top leaders and top producers of the company. So you get to choose a class that you want to focus on. And what an incredible opportunity for you to learn. And then after party, there's usually a theme party, and we dress up, have a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll love to have you there. So let's talk about it. I know Frank has his own. Frank, if you can send me your discount code as well, we're going to go ahead and add it onto this slide. So if you are in the Brennis Master Agency, you can utilize his unlimited code, agency code, to get the tickets from $299 down to $219. If you are not in the Brennis Agency, if you're in the Kim Agency or the Peterson Agency or Stratton Agency or Del Rosario Agency, then you can go ahead and utilize this code to get the ticket at a discounted price. Okay. And lead credit. So this is still happening. Who doesn't want to win some lead credits? It's to me, it's free money. And this $250 can turn into $2,500 in commission. And if you were to sell one of these products on the right, Banner Beyond Term, SBLI, UHL, Foresters, well, Livewell Plus, and FNG Quantum, you get a $50 lead credit. So if you sell 10 of them, you get 500. And I love to win extra lead credit because that's just gonna help me grow my business. So take advantage of that. And digital double down, Symmetry destination trips. You can win an all-inclusive, everything paid for vacation for you and another guest. And you're gonna be able to hang out with the top producers, top agency owners, top agency directors and up, top 8 base shop, and top 5 directs. at an incredible location, and they're going to announce it at the Denver conference in September. So you get to choose where's the destination. And these are the qualifications for you to make it. And also the products that you can utilize to win this trips are the same for the lead credit. So SBLI, Banner Life, American Amicable, United Home Life, Foresters Financial, and FNG. And who likes vacation? I mean, we love vacation. And the best vacation is a vacation somebody else pays for. And we have Los Cabos, Mexico, Quebec City by Americo, Peninsula Papagayo, Costa Rica, Bluffton, South Carolina by Mutual of Omaha, and Reykjavik, Iceland with American Amicable. So you can focus your business with certain carriers and also win your trips. And this is really just addition to your commission. So if you made 100,000 plus and you win a trip, how awesome is that? And Transamerica Convention, it's to Montage, Big Sky, Montana. I heard that it's an incredible property. People ski there, but also just the beautiful mountains are breathtaking and we'll love to see agents win. And now that more agents are using Transamerica, I feel that our agency could have a few agents who win this trip this year. The production requirement is 125,000 is this estimated, but the minimum actually to qualify is a 100,000 and minimum 5 paid cases to win this trip. And elite training with Sean Kim. So this is Friday and at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, we talk about different products, sales techniques, illustrations. So annuities, IULs, you name it, we go over that. And the reason why I did this for the last like 6, 7 years is because I know how hard it is to be in the field sometimes, and you're just getting started because there's so many different carriers and so many different products, you get overwhelmed sometimes. So we just choose a product to talk about or how to make the sale, how to overcome that objection. So we'll love to see you on the call. And right after that, there's a case prep also. So if you have a client that you booked an appointment with and you want to get some help on which product will be best based on their age, health, things like that, then bring them on the call and we'll help you figure that out. And then the dial room bingo. So I saw Jessica posted on the engage line. There was a lot of people. And when you see the name of the people who are on this bingo, you know why they're successful because they're putting the activity in and day out. So how do you win the bingo? This is the bingo card every Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific. You get this bingo card printed out, and every time you're able to accomplish one of these things, you check the box, and whoever gets a bingo, you get a chance to win a $15 Amazon gift card. And the winner actually this time is Jessica Jackson. She got the bingo twice, same day, and she booked a bunch of appointments and she was able to get the bingo twice. So congratulations, Jessica. We're going to go ahead and get that Amazon gift card sent out to you. And newly onboarded agents of the week. So we have in the Get a Life agency, Michael, Todd, Steve, direct to Stephen Brennis himself. In the Brennis agency, we have Zachary McNamara, direct to Ryan McNamara. That's awesome. And then Peterson agency, we have Faye Graff, direct to Landry Peterson. And the Hirsch agency, we have Molly Salas, direct to Erin Callahan. Congratulations to the newly onboarded agents and first-time writers of the week. So agents who have written their first piece of business and submitted into Opt, we have Charles Kellogg in the Peterson agency and Katie Rogers in the Peterson agency. Wow, Peterson agency. Yeah, shout out to Peterson agency. Both of the agents, new writers, are from Peterson agency. And what we do is this, when a new agent writes their first piece of business, then you go on the spinning wheel and have a chance to win a $50 lead credit. And you can use that to buy leads right away in our lead software. So let's see who the winner is. It's 50-50 chance. This is pretty good. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and go to Will and Name. Charles and Kathy. Okay. And then that's Katie? Is it Kathy?
Katie.
Perfect. Katie. All right, let's see. I'm gonna shuffle it one time. I didn't shuffle, it's 50-50. So let's see who the winner is. Oh. All right. So Katie, congratulations. You get a $50 lead credit, and we'll go ahead and get that deposited into your lead stream sometime today. All right. So let's go back to slides. So we have a bunch of new agents who just joined. Write your first app, and I'll see you on the next spin the wheel for the new writers. And let's go over the top agents of the day. April 13th, we have Jerry Laracuente. Oh, he's a pretty new agent. 1243. Ryan McNamara in 1481. And we have Bo Hirschfield, 1562. And number one, Stefan Brennis, 4904. Great day. And then April 14th, we had Nora Fermento, Thomas Prowse, Chris Trila, Bo Hirschfield, and Charles Malone with 4,665 as a number one agent. Great job, Charles. And April 15th, we have Davery, I want to say Davery Jackson, Ryan Hilliard, Kaylin Crawford, Veronica Sanchez, and Millie Stewart with 5,467. Wow, that's incredible. Great job. And April 16th, we have Patrick Roy, Sean and Amanda Kim. Oh, we submitted an app. Stefan Brannis, Thomas Prowse, and Nora Fermento. Look at this, Nora. 8,980, almost 9,000 annual premium. Incredible job. And I think that was a client who owns immigration law services. So many more clients to come. Very, very exciting. And then April 17th, we have Gale Bentivoglio, Drake Stratton, Sherry Fox, Bo Hirschfield, and Stefan Brennis again, 3,649 APV. Nice. And then April 18th, we have Molly Salas with 90 APV. She's a new agent, and this is actually a weekend warrior, so she's gonna be on the new writer spin the wheel next week. And then April 19th, a Sunday, we have Patrick Roy, 1,980 APV. Great job, Patrick. And I'll see you also on the Weekend Warrior wheel as well. Weekend Warrior spin the wheel. So how does this work? Any agents who submit at least one application between Saturday and Sunday, you get a chance to win a $50 lead credit. So let's go ahead and do that. Is that 50-50 again?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a pretty good chance. Patrick. Shuffle. All right. It's Molly. Congratulations, Molly. You won the $50 lead credit. We'll go ahead and get that deposited into your lead stream sometime today. It pays to write business on the weekend. And let's go over some base shop numbers. Peterson Agency, Landry.
Yeah, for the base shop, we have Charlie Kellogg, new writer, Katie Rogers, new writer, Richard Rosasa, and Joshua Ballers, all with one app.
All right. And the Kim Agency, we have Veronica Sanchez, 2,180, and Sean and Amanda Kim, 2,500. It was an annuity. And Del Rosario Agency, Jericho.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Nora is always my number one agent in our agency. 7,593 with 4 apps. Congratulations, Nora.
Awesome. And Drake Stratton Agency.
Yep, you got myself at 1,500 with one app, Justin Diamond at 1,900 with one app, and Thomas Prowse with 2 apps at 6,378. with 3 unique riders, 4 apps, and 9,800 on the week.
All right. And Get a Life Agency, Stefan Brennis.
All right, we got 6 apps total, 2 writers, 12,069. Rosario, shout out to Rosario.
Yeah.
1 app, 818, and then myself, 11,250.
Nice. Great to see Rosario back on the leaderboard. Awesome. And the Brennis Agency, Frank?
Sorry, I had it on mute. All right, Davare Jackson, 669. Gale Bentivoglio, 1077. Ed Mosley, 1181. Proud of you, Ed. Let's keep it up, man. Ryan McNamara, 1481. Ryan Hilliard, 1701. Sherry Fox in the house, 1947. Charles Malone, 4665. Lee Winters, 5028. And Millie Stewart with 5467 for 15 applications, 9 unique riders, 23,219. Good job, team.
Nice. All right. Awesome. And the Hirsch Agency, 25,626 APV, 6 unique writers, 16 applications, and Gretchen Trapp, Jerry Laracuente, Patrick Roy, Kaylin Crawford, Chris Trila, and Bo Hirschfield with 10,470. Great week, Hirsch Agency. And the top 10 APV producers for the week. So, we were in there. Shauna and Amanda Kim, Kaylin Crawford, Charles Malone, Lee Winters, Millie Stewart, Thomas Prouse, Nora Fermento, Chris Trila, Bo Hirschfield, and Stefan Brennis was the number one with 11,250. Congrats. And then top 10 app count. So we have Sherry Fox, Patrick Roy, Kaylin Crawford, Millie Stewart, Thomas Prouse with 2 apps, Lee Winters with 3 apps, Nora Fermento with 4 apps, Chris Trila with 4 apps, Stefan Brennis with 5 apps, and Bo Hirschfield was the number one app count with 6 applications last week. And top agency builders, agency owners category, top 3 was Stefan Brennis, 12,000 with 6 apps, Frank Brennis, 23,200 with 15 apps, and Bo Hirschfield Agency was the number one with 25,626 with 16 applications. And key leaders, we have Nora Fermento, 7,593, 4 apps, Jessica Jackson, 8,094 with 4 apps, and Jason Powers was the number one key leader, 12,143 with 7 apps. And team leaders, Ashton Hart, 1902 with 2 apps, and Veronica Sanchez with 2180 with 1 applications. Top 20 APV producers for the month. We have Jorge Medina with 3,400, Kaylin Crawford with 4,700, Justin Diamond, 4,900, Gale Bentivoglio with 5,100, Charles Malone, 5,400, and Landry Peterson, 5,700, Joseph Compton, 5,800, Lee Winters, 5,900, Veronica Sanchez, 7,500, Jessica Jackson, 7,800, top 10, Nora Fermento, 9,587, Ryan Hilliard, 9,782, Kat Cusick, 11,405, Millie Stewart, 13,430, and Shauna and Amanda Kim, 15,000 even. And then top 5, Drake Stratton, 16,352, Thomas Prowse, 21,667, and then top 3, Stefan Brennis, 27,753, Bo Hirschfield, 29,589, and Chris Trila leading the agency with 29,678 APV. Great month so far. We have a 1 week left now. So yeah, I'm excited to see who's gonna break that 30, 40,000, 30, 40K club this month. All right, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and before we wrap up the call, I wanted to talk about something. I was thinking this morning, agents, especially when you come in and you have a lot of excitement and you're ready to go, and for some reason, agents start to hesitate to buy leads or make dials, right? Jump onto calls, and they start with excitement, but that kind of dies down. And I think one of the biggest reasons why that happens is because we lack clarity in our business, right? So let's talk about that. I wanted to talk about something that really separates the people who think about success from the people who actually win in this business. And clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates that production. And one of the biggest problem why most people struggle is because a lot of agents aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're unclear about their business, unclear on what to say, unclear on what product to recommend, unclear on how to handle objections, unclear on what their day should even look like. And what happens when you're unclear? You hesitate, you start to overthink, and you avoid dialing, you don't book appointments. And I heard just this weekend, agent is telling me that, oh, I just don't know why I can't make dials. They have the ability to make the dial, but they're hesitating, right? And why is that? And it's probably because few things, but one is you don't have that clarity. What is that you're going to say to the client? And we have scripts. We have a best script, which is for the dial. And some of our top leaders and top producers have tweaked it a little bit to make it their own. And that's a wonderful thing. But at the same time, I had a new agent who had 7 different scripts in front of them. And when you have 7 different scripts, what's going to happen? You're going to be confused. You're going to use one script and then you're going to be like, oh, it didn't work. So I'm going to move on to the next script. And then, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, then I'm going to try to use another script. Oh, because, Stefan has a script, right? And then there is the best script. Oh, this person has a script. All scripts work. I can tell you right now, all scripts work. The script doesn't make you just a person that sets 20 appointments just because of the script. Every script can work, but don't get confused by trying to work on all those scripts. Just stick to one and master it. Record yourself saying the script over and over again and see how you sound. When I did it 9 years ago, when I joined this business, I recorded myself on the phone and I start listening to it. I was cringing. I was like, oh my God, this person sounds horrible. I'm like, man, I don't want to buy anything from this guy. And then after I practiced another 10 times, 20 times, I felt a lot more confident. And then I started to record it the second time after I practiced more, and I sounded a lot better, right? And I'm like, wow, this person sounds pretty good. And then I practiced 10, 20, 30 times more and I recorded it. And I was like, you know what? That person sounds pretty professional. I would actually buy from this person. You see what I'm saying? So I was not confident when I got started. I was horrible at this. I had to make $1,000 before I even set my first appointment. So you guys are doing a lot better than me. But usually, when you lack clarity, that's when the problem arises because you don't know what you're saying and you don't even know what you're gonna say, and you don't know which script to really stick to. And these all create confusion, and confused mind cannot become successful. Okay, so it's not the lead problem. It's not the market problem. It's not the gas price, even the politics. That all aside, you are the owner of your business and your life. Nothing outside can affect that, right? And we're not going to have that victim mindset. Oh, because of this happening, my business is not growing. No, it's not true. Because look at there is hundreds and thousands of people who are still making money and who are still being successful regardless of what is happening around the world, right? And the second part to this is that where does the confidence comes from? And like I was saying, when I first started, I was so broke. I had like less than $500 in my checking account after losing like 150 grand in the business, the real estate scam. And I found this business on Craigslist and I started dialing. I was terrified. 10 calls, 100 calls. And it took me 1,000 dials to set my first appointment. And think about that. I almost quit on the 500 dial. I was like, man, this sucks. People are mean to me, you know? But then I look in my bank account, I just spent 30 days getting my license and invested into leads and I have no other option. And most people would have quit 200, 300, 500 dials. Do you know it's actually even less? We had an agent who goes like, "Hey, I don't think this is for me." So I said, "How many agents have you made?" And he goes like, "I made 20 dials." On a 3-year-old lead, 20 dials, and said it's not for them. So it's really not about just the leads. It's not just about the clients. It's about your focus and your clarity in your business. And if I did not go over that hump and if I was not able to overcome it, none of this will exist today. Like this agency, the thousands of families that we have protected tens of thousands of people. There is over $2 billion of assets being protected just because all the agents in the Kim Master agency who went out there, called the clients, helped them get protected. Think about that. That's the impact. We hope none of our clients pass away, but the truth is everybody's going to die at some point. And if everybody dies at the same time, then we are responsible to pay out $2 billion from our insurance carriers. Think about the impact that you're making, not just in your community, but just in the United States, right? So what changed? It's not the motivation. It was clarity through the repetition, what you're doing. The more I dialed, the more I understood what works, what doesn't work, how people respond, how do I overcome the objection, how do I guide the conversation with the clients. And that gave me confidence, right? And the third thing is confidence doesn't come first. That's a big, big mistake a lot of people make. You think, okay, when I'm confident, I'm gonna start picking up the phone. Oh, if I'm confident, I'm gonna do this. No, nobody is confident when they're getting started. No matter how many times you are, repeating yourself, just by repeating your script does not make you a good agent. You repeating the scripts only is not gonna go out there and help a family. You learn the script, you feel confident enough to just pick up the phone, then that's enough. You pick up the phone, you make the dial, you set up the appointment, get the client covered. And you know what? Once you get the first client covered and they say, "Oh, thank you for doing this." It was not easy. You had to follow up 2, 3 times to get it, but you got that client protected. Do you feel confident now? I bet you do. You feel a lot more confident than before when you picked up that phone. And the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, 100th time, 100th client, all those things add up. And that's how you build your confidence, right? A lot of people say that I'll start dialing when I feel more confident, but it's not true. That's backwards. Confidence does not come before the action. Confidence is a result of the action that you're putting in. So you don't get confident, then go to work. You work, then you become confident. So let's get that order straight, right? And the fourth thing is practical framework of your business. What to do this week? Do you have a clarity in your schedule? Do you really put the time aside to say, you know what? I have a full-time job right now, which I hate because I'm barely living paycheck to paycheck and I can barely provide for my family, but I'm working my butt off and I just don't see this going anywhere, better. And you come home and you pick up that phone, you're tired, right? You're tired because you just finished a 40-hour job and now you're coming to your home and you want to chill with your family and eat dinner, but you have the drive to make this work so that you can get to that financial freedom and have your own schedule and not have a boss, right? So it is not easy. I can tell you right now, it is not easy, but without sacrifice, you can never get the things that you want. And that's what I realized in this life is that if you are doing the same thing that you ever done in your life and you expect a change in your life, it's insanity, right? So what are you doing different? Even if you're tired, making dials. We have some agents who have a full-time job and they're making dials on their free time to set up the appointments to become full-time here so that they can fire their boss. So are you willing to take that sacrifice? And let me make this very simple and actionable. If you want to win this week, focus on just three things. First, as an agent, if you're a new agent, focus on these three things. One, master your script, clarity. You just sound good enough after you record yourself, then that's good enough. You go ahead and do it. You just repeat it over and over again, and you're going to get extreme clarity from that. And clarity removes that fear. And yeah, like Frank says, massive action, constant correction. You make a massive action, and we're going to make mistakes, but we constantly correct it to make it better. And that's where your clarity comes from. And number two, increase your activity. We talk about activity, activity, activity. Why? Because if you are just trying to perfect yourself and just study enough and study all the agent guides, you're not going to make in this business. Stop trying to be perfect. Just aim for the numbers. I'm going to make 100 to 200 dials a day. Whether I set this many appointments or not, I'm going to dial until I feel confident. Book 5 to 10 appointments. Hey, I'm going to book 5 to 10 appointments today. I'm going to book 15 to 20 appointments this week. Set up that goal and put that time aside, non-negotiable. You're going to do it no matter what happens, right? Because every call is a practice for you. And detach from the outcome. This is important. You're not trying to close everyone. Nobody closes everyone. Did you know, even when I was when I was focused on just personal production and I was like number one paid agent in whole symmetry, I was not closing everyone. My closing ratio was probably 60, 70%. And you know what I realized? Every 10 people you get, three of them are shoppers. No matter what you do, even if you do a backflip, even if you try to give them a $50 gift card, they're not going to do it. They're shoppers. Don't dwell on that. And out of the 10 people, three of them will buy. If you do a decent job of explaining and really understanding what they need and show them the options, they will buy. You don't have to do a lot. The four people out of the 10 that is a maybe, like on the fence, they need to think about it. The only difference between a top producer and an average agent. So an agent who makes 50,000 a year versus an agent who makes 300,000 a year. The biggest difference is how many of those think about it clients can you convert them into, yes, I want to go ahead and apply today. That's the only difference. So detach yourself from the outcome. Just become really good at your craft, and you see yourself a month from now, you're like, wow, I've improved so much. Even though, you are sometimes the harshest critic to yourself. You're so harsh to yourself. But if you look at yourself a month ago, a year ago, and you see your life now, a lot of people say, wow, like God is good. I see that I had really progress in my life. But sometimes we have big goals and things like that, and we keep telling ourselves, you're not good enough or you're not doing enough. But that's not good. If that motivates you, as some people do, and that could work, but most people, that actually talks you down, and it puts you in a negative mindset. Hey, I'm better than the person I was yesterday, and that's good enough. If you get better 1% every day, you see an incredible, incredible change in your life, right? So you're not just trying to close everyone, you're just looking for the people who need help. Don't think about, oh, how much money I'm going to make from this policy. How am I going to help this client to get the best protection they can? And that removes the pressure from you of like, oh, I need to make this sale. I need to make this sale. And your confidence will go up instantly. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about the bigger vision. Why does this matter? Every call you make, every appointment you set, every family you protect, it's bigger than just a sale. It's someone's mortgage being paid when something goes wrong. It's a family able to stay in their house. It's a legacy being protected. And at the same time, for us, you're building your own future, your own freedom, your own family legacy that you want to create. That's what you're doing. So, do you know why I love this business? Because I put the clients in a better financial position and put protection in their life. And it also gets to do the same thing for my family. How amazing is that? There are a lot of people out there who sell things that is really not good for the people, but they still sell a lot of those, right? And remember that what you do actually matters. And if there's two guarantees in life, there's two things, it's death and taxes, right? So we actually happen to cover both. When clients pass away, we give families tax-free death benefit. What other financial vehicles can you leave the family tax-free money of hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars tax-free? So you are in the protection business. So you should have that confidence walking into the appointment every time. And let's talk about it. Let's finish up. Challenge. I'm gonna give a challenge to the master agency. So here's my challenge to everyone on this call. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel confident. Instead of that, take action until you become confident. If you made $100 yesterday, you didn't get any appointments, it's okay. You do it again today, you do the next day, you're gonna get the client. I promise you, you will. Nothing beats consistent activity. Nothing. And if you keep dialing, if you keep showing up, that uncertainty you feel right now will turn into certainty, will turn into that confidence, and it will turn into the production. And let's go out there this week and really dominate, right? Let's protect more families. Let's grow as leaders. Let's build something we're proud of. And we are here in this community doing it together. You're not alone. So find a person that has a similar mindset, positive mindset, who's going to lift you up and run together, do this together, because nothing will make me happier, nothing will make us happier to see you succeed and achieve your financial dreams. We see agents who were just barely making $2,000-3,000 a month doing like serving jobs or things like that. Nothing wrong with it, but most people barely meet their ends meet, right? And to see them make 100, 150, 200,000, it's life changing. And you are in the business to do that. You write your check every single day. And my challenge to you today is to go out there, the things that you hate, the things that you don't want to do, just do it anyways. And you're going to have a lot more certainty in your business, and you're going to have a lot more confidence, and it's going to translate into a lot more production and income for you and your family. Okay. Thanks for joining the call today. We love you guys, and let's have a fantastic week. And I'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, man.
Welcome.
Welcome.